What's up, YouTube? So what I want to do in this video is explain a little bit more all the rules and regulations revolving around deactivated firearms in Canada. So this isn't about UK laws, American laws, or any other laws. This is about Canadian laws and how they pertain to deactivated firearms in Canada. Because I've had a lot of comments on it, a lot of private messages on it, a lot of questions on, where can I buy these deactivated firearms in Canada? Are they legal to own? Can they cock and click? And so forth. So what I want to do in this video is just clear things up a little bit, hopefully educate potential buyers of deactivated firearms and so forth, just to make it clear. I'm not like an expert or anything like that. I'm just going to be using the experience that I have or that I've accumulated over the last 6 months, ever since I started purchasing and collecting deactivated firearms. So I have some out here. This isn't my whole collection, but these are, I think, a good range in terms of showing all the different specifications and so forth. So what I'm going to start is what the current standards are with deactivated firearms. So I'm just going to move it here because I want to show you guys. So I just got this in a couple days ago. This is the Yugoslavian MG53. And this is basically a perfect example of what the new specifications are, effective as of 2014. So I know you guys probably can't see it that well, but if you look over here, it can't cock and click. Look over here, the magazine isn't removable, the top cover does not open, and the trigger is welded shut. So because it's welded, so this is entirely welded shut. So that's what the new regulations are revolving around deactivated firearms. So if you had a live one right now and you wanted to deactivate it, this is how it would have to be. It would have to be completely welded shut. So this is what the current specifications are. Now, what you'll find mostly is in terms of rifles like this Mosin Nagant or pistols, they'll usually be able to cock and click because all you would need if you wanted to buy them live would be a PAL, which is the most primary level in terms of purchasing live firearms in Canada. So this can cock and click. I'm not going to do it because I'm sure you guys have seen it a ton of times, but this is just a Mosin Nagant, and it can cock and click because I think all it is the barrel needs to be plugged, and you're good to go. But what they're very cautious about is the automatic weapons. So something like this Sten, you'd usually find welded shut, or if you're lucky, the bolt would be able to move and the magazine would be removable. This one I got lucky. It's a really, really old specification, so it can cock and click still. I got pretty lucky with that, so usually you're not going to be able to find automatic weapons that can cock and click. Usually they will be either welded shut, or like in the case of my MP40, my German MP40, the bolt will be able to move, so it can retract. That's all you'll be able to do. Even in this case, the magazine's actually welded shut, so it can't get out. So that's hopefully that was some clarification in terms of the cock and click and so forth. So those are basically the new specifications. They have to be welded shut, so that's what will happen for any automatic weapon that you want to deactivate. Also, in terms of importing, exporting, I've literally contacted maybe every UK dealer in terms of deactivated firearms because the prices are really good. No UK shop will export, and even if they could, the Canadian government wouldn't allow it to be imported because they would consider it live. And I'm assuming that if you're trying to buy a deactivated firearm, that means you don't have the proper licensing to purchase a live one. So you would have to actually have the rights for a live firearm in order to import a deactivated one. So it's a lot of paperwork involved. A lot of businesses will not get involved in it. So that's hopefully cleared up some stuff in terms of the deactivated firearms and the regulations around it. Also, what I wanted to say was in terms of some good places to buy deactivated firearms in Canada, there aren't a lot of stores. The only two that I could recommend is Collector's Source. Just type them in on the internet, you'll be able to find them. And Sebarms, and they have a small selection of deactivated firearms as well. That's where I got my Yugo MG53 from. Also, another place that's really good is to go on a site called Canadian Gun Nutz. I'll put it in the link. I'll put the link in the section below. And basically on there, it's all it's a ton of Canadians who are very passionate about guns and so forth. And usually, what they'll have is a lot of people there who will want to sell dewats if they have them. Dewats is what Canadians call deactivated firearms for some reason. So that's if you want to purchase deactivated firearms. I've had a lot of good deals and transactions with them. No complaints, no issues like that. So I got my MP40 for a good price, and my Mosin Nagant. So that's probably your best bet. It's finding those dealers, and don't let them overprice you or overcharge you. Make sure you guys get a good deal and get it for the price that you guys want. So hopefully that cleared up some stuff in terms of deactivated firearms in Canada. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment in the section below and I will get back to you. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.